My name is Katie Floyd, and I'm in the Thursday Child Growth Internet Assisted class. The 5 articles that I'm going to talk about today are as follows. The first one is Unleashing Brain Power by Matt Zalesnik. The next one I'm going to talk about is Reading Minds and Building Relationships. This is Social Studies by Ross A. Thompson and Janet E. Thompson. The third one I'm going to talk about today is called Screen Addiction is Taking a Toll on Children by Jane E. Brody. The fourth one is Effects of Taekwondo and Physical Fitness and Growth Index by Bogan Lee and Kinjing Kim. The last one that I'm going to talk about today is called In Every Color on the Canvas by Megan Shedd and Rebecca L. Coiner. In Unleashing the Brain Power, standards previously set categorize humans as being right or left side brain learners, visual and hands-on learners. New tests can better determine these categories and even break down further. It is believed by neuroscientists that these tests can help decrease the severity and some learning of mental disorders. Studies show that by testing a child with an EEG or MRI while reading to them, disorders as dyslexia, Asperger's syndrome, and autism can be identified. Early detection allows for parents and educators to watch these children closer for gaps in learning. Early detection also provides opportunity for exercise and activities that help prevent such disorders becoming severe and some from even presenting themselves. Making changes to the classroom by giving the students relaxation break has helped ready them for better learning by stress management. Teaching students how their brains work opens them to learning. When teachers take the time to learn each child and construct teaching the level of the students, there's more learning than behavior management or correction. The goal is to close the gaps for children who may have been left behind in the past. My GROW in this study would be affirmative in its results if done at more than one district. My GLOW is that it gives quick, easy tips on what school or teacher can do to help no child be left behind. The next one I'm going to talk about is Reading Minds and Building Relationships. This is Social Studies. Social and emotional learning is a key part in every child's growing experience and helps with classroom behavior. Social referencing is a basis for an infant to learn. An example is a small child or toddler who will look to a parent for facial expressions or to know if a stranger is okay or not. Children learn how to respond to different situations socially and emotionally by observing. Often, teachers may hinder the learning process by doing what's called step in and make decisions for the 2 young children, when in fact, he or she could intervene in what is called step close. Step close is an act in which the teacher asks questions to help both children understand emotions and work out the conflict between themselves. The classroom teaches citizenship and self-responsibility to others. It allows for children for learning of other cultures, economic classes, and children with different needs. This is done in a group of activities. Teachers can intentionally set their individual classroom in social and emotional learning. In doing so, they will help the students develop good behavior skills by empathetic towards others and gain understanding of individuality and how we exist together. My GROW is the authors often refer to the other studies. These may have affected the outcomes of the study, but they could have done their own version of these parts. My GLOW is that it shows teachers how to instill diversity and equality in their students. The next one I'm going to talk about is screen addiction is taking a toll on children. A study in China shows that more teens are using computer games. American children between the ages of 8 to 10 spend an average of 8 hours per day with their eyes glued to a computer screen of some kind, whether it be computer, phone screens, video games, while teenagers spend 11 or more hours glued to a computer screen. Often these children do not take breaks for food, sleep, or bathroom use. While there is no definitive medical diagnosis for this yet, Chinese doctors have begun to offer rehabilitation centers where the teens are not given access to any social media or any games. The outcome of these rehab centers have not been established yet. Access to media of all kinds has started young in America, with parents of young toddlers putting them in front of television, laptops, tablets, or phones. These are the years a child's mind develops the fastest, and the child learns best by interaction and observing their world. The study shows that plugging into media has negative effect in behavior, health, and schoolwork. Media often takes place of homework time, which leads to poor school performance, and associated with the media advocate unhealthy eating habits also takes place. Medical problem associated with overuse of technology is lack of sleep, depression, pain in hands, and problems with the eyes, neck, and back. For these reasons, texting may be the next national problem. My grow is that the authors originally misstated some facts and had to correctly state after the article was published. The authors clearly state that putting media in front of young children harms their mental and emotional growth. My glow is that a person of any educational level can understand the author's point. The next one I'm going to talk about is the effects of Taekwondo training in physical fitness and growth index according to IGF-1 gene polymorphism in children. The IGF gene affects the muscular strength, positively affects the muscle volume, and is a factor in the protein by the growth hormone. The purpose of this study was to look at the difference between physical fitness and growth index regarding the IGF-1 gene both before and after a 16-week Taekwondo training course. 55 male 8-year-olds were taken and given physicals to record BMIs, height, weight, blood concentration, genotype, IGF-1, bone maturity, and overall physical fitness. 44 of those entered completed the study. The subjects were given Taekwondo training for 16 weeks, 50 minutes a day, and 5 days a week. The results showed no significant change in blood parameters or in bone maturity. However, they did appear to be significant change in growth index, thigh circumference, and the IGF-1 gene over the 16-week period. The good lipid profile was increased. The bad lipid profile, however, decreased. Glucose decreased and insulin increased. An overall physical fitness improvement was seen as there was muscle growth and firming in all the children who completed the study. It is confirmed that Taekwondo training does affect the physical fitness and growth index, although the study was inconclusive in regards to the IGF-1 gene. My grow is that the article is kind of difficult to understand. It's too scientifical. My glow is that it proves physical activity improves fitness. It doesn't necessarily have to be Taekwondo. It can be any kind of physical fitness that can improve the child. And last but not least, Every Color on the Canvas by Megan Shedd and Rebecca L. Coiner. A teaching team presented the subject to a classroom of children. The teachers had students to draw and paint. They saw, based on home experiences, the kids had preconceived ideas where colors on males and females, such as pinks for girls and blues for boys. They also had their own ideas about what was pleasing to the eye or what they considered to be ugly. They did not have the ability to draw conclusions or ideas from abstract artwork. Children from ages 5 to 8 began to make their drawings appear more real than abstract. After a visit from the artist, the children not only began to appreciate their work, whether abstract or realism, but also began to change their thinking about the colors. Students' growth in the knowledge of art development of views in art diversity were also not only noticed but showcased in an art show for parents. At this show, not only did the students show their knowledge of colors that are hot or cold, they expressed a sense of pride in their painting when talking about their art. And my grow is that there could be direct quotes from the students at the beginning, middle, and end of the study. My glow is that it is easily read and promotes diversity and equality in everything.